What if I told you that the terrifying disappearance of 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie isn't just a simple kidnapping? What if this entire nightmare is actually a twisted, highly calculated psychological attack aimed directly at the heart of daytime television? In the last 24 hours, this investigation has completely shattered. Not one, but two chilling ransom notes have suddenly surfaced out of thin air. And here's the truly sickening part. The timing is absolutely not a coincidence. Someone is watching. Someone is waiting. And tonight, highly classified leaked information suggests that sweet, innocent Nancy might just be collateral damage. The real question sending catastrophic shockwaves through the country right now is, who is the real target? To comprehend the absolute madness unfolding right before our eyes, we have to rewind. For agonizing weeks, the nation has been paralyzed by the heartbreaking disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. The 84-year-old mother of beloved Today Show anchor Savannah Guthrie vanished without a single trace, leaving behind a trail of terrifying dead ends, panicked investigators, and a family completely torn apart by grief. Savannah stepped away from her high-profile life, disappearing from the public eye as the silent agony of the unknown consumed her entire world. The FBI, local authorities, and top-tier private investigators have been working frantically around the clock. The stakes were already astronomical, with a staggering $1.5 million reward put on the table. But the silence from the kidnappers was deafening. It was a literal psychological torture chamber. But in the ruthless, cutthroat world of high-stakes media, peace is just an illusion, and enemies constantly lurk in the shadows. Savannah is no stranger to the intense, suffocating scrutiny of the spotlight. Over the years, her rapid rise to the top and powerful industry position have reportedly ruffled feathers, bruised massive celebrity egos, and created quiet, simmering resentments behind the scenes. We are talking about deep-seated jealousy, heavily guarded backstage feuds, and obsessed stalkers who have been forcefully kept at bay by armed network security. The tension has always been there, a ticking time bomb just waiting for a spark. Everyone initially assumed this kidnapping was a random act of unimaginable cruelty, a horrific crime of opportunity. But insiders are now furiously whispering that this nightmare was meticulously orchestrated from the very beginning. The predators didn't just want a quick payout. They wanted to strip away Savannah's sanity. They wanted to drag her into a public, agonizing spectacle. And just as she bravely tried to reclaim her life and return to the anchor desk, the trap violently snapped shut. The true horror began exactly on the morning Savannah decided to step back into the studio. The cameras rolled, the lights went up, and she tried to project immense, unbreakable strength to millions of morning viewers. But behind the scenes, absolute, terrifying chaos was erupting. According to a deeply embedded network insider, just minutes after Savannah went live on air, the first ransom note was intercepted. It wasn't sent to the police. It was sent to a secure, private network email, specifically bypassing authorities to directly traumatize her inner circle. The message was described as sickeningly personal, detailing specific unreleased items Nancy was wearing and demanding a bizarrely specific ransom of around $34,000 in Bitcoin. Stop and really think about that for a second. Why demand $34,000 when there is a $1.5 million reward sitting right there for the taking? It makes zero logical sense, unless money isn't the true motive. Network executives reportedly panicked, scrambling in the control room to keep the horrifying news from Savannah while she was smiling live on national television. But it gets so much worse. Hours later, as the afternoon sun hit New York City and Savannah was finally leaving the building, surrounded by security, a second note dropped. This time, it was leaked to a notorious dark web forum before landing directly in the hands of a ruthless tabloid journalist. 2 notes in 24 hours. The emotional toll was devastating. A leaked text message, allegedly from a senior producer, read, "She just collapsed in the green room. They are playing sick games with her mind. This is 100% targeted." The kidnapper was explicitly proving they were tracking her every single move. They waited for her to stand up, just to violently knock her down again. The terrifying realization hit the FBI like a freight train. This is a sadistic, diabolical game of cat and mouse. And the kidnapper doesn't just want cash. They want Savannah entirely broken and humiliated. The second word of the dual ransom notes leaked to the press. The internet practically exploded. The narrative instantly shifted from a tragic missing persons case to a high-profile assassination of character and sanity. The sheer audacity of sending 2 notes on the exact day of her television comeback sent a paralyzing shockwave through the entire entertainment industry. Hashtag Justice for Nancy and hashtag Target Savannah began trending worldwide within minutes, dominating the top spots on every single social platform. Public panic spread like wildfire. Was the Today Show studio actually secure? Was Savannah's own life in imminent, lethal danger? Then came the shocking reveal that threw absolute gas on the fire. An anonymous investigative journalist released a massive bombshell Twitter thread claiming that the linguistic footprint of these new ransom notes strongly mirrors a series of highly classified, terrifying, threatening letters sent to the network 3 years ago. Letters that were heavily covered up by executives to protect the show's pristine, family-friendly image. The internet went completely feral. Fellow celebrities started breaking their silence in pure panic. A massive pop star allegedly tweeted and quickly deleted, "This is beyond evil. The network needs to come clean about what they knew. Praying for Savannah." A well-known true crime podcaster posted, "Look at the timing. Look at the demand. They don't want the $1.5 million. They want her off the air permanently. Nancy is being used as leverage in a terrifying corporate vendetta." The theories became darker and more alarming by the second. People started connecting impossible dots, suggesting inside jobs, bitter ex-colleagues, and deep state cover-ups. The FBI immediately locked down the NBC studios, treating it as an active, volatile threat zone. But just as authorities thought they had a handle on the digital trail, a cryptic counter-timer appeared on the dark web forum where the second note was posted. "It's counting down to midnight tonight, leaving everyone terrified and breathless. What happens when the clock hits 0? The public reaction has devolved into absolute, unfiltered madness. The internet is fractured, angry, and aggressively demanding answers that no one can seem to provide. On one side, a massive wave of fiercely protective supporters is rallying behind Savannah, organizing digital vigils and demanding that the FBI utilize military-grade resources to end this sickening torment. Fans are outraged that she is being subjected to such cruel, relentless psychological warfare in front of the whole world. But on the dark, unfiltered corners of TikTok and Reddit, a deeply disturbing counter-movement is rapidly growing. Cynics and amateur sleuths are ripping the official narrative apart piece by piece. Viral TikTokers are racking up millions of views, breaking down the Bitcoin discrepancy, aggressively arguing that the bizarrely low $34,000 ransom is actually a coded message, a sick inside joke meant only for Savannah to understand. "Wake up!" shouted one influencer in a video that gained 5 million views in under an hour. "You don't ignore $1.5 million unless you already have money. This is personal. This is revenge." The industry is visibly trembling. PR crisis teams for major networks are holding emergency closed-door meetings. High-profile anchors are reportedly hiring private, armed paramilitary security for their own families, terrified that a new, horrific precedent has just been set. The division is incredibly toxic. Are network executives hiding past violent threats that could have prevented this tragedy? Did Savannah's immense fame inadvertently put a massive, deadly target on her innocent mother's back? Paparazzi have completely swarmed Savannah's residence, capturing heart-wrenching, blurry photos of federal agents rushing in and out with heavy black briefcases. The atmosphere is thick with dread, paranoia, and explosive accusations. The media circus has officially turned into a vicious witch hunt, with armchair detectives pointing fingers at former co-hosts, rival networks, and obsessed stalkers. The pressure cooker is whistling, and the lid is about to blow entirely. But if you thought this nightmare couldn't get any more twisted, you are dead wrong. Just moments before I sat down to record this urgent update, a breaking leak from a source deep inside the Cybercrimes Division revealed something that turns this entire investigation completely upside down. The IP address used to send that terrifying first email directly to the network? It didn't bounce from a proxy server in Russia. It didn't originate from an untraceable dark web hub overseas. The IP address was traced directly back to a high-end, incredibly exclusive residential building located less than 5 blocks from the Today Show studios. A building that, according to explosive and unconfirmed reports, houses several current and former top-tier network executives. Let that sink in for a second. The call isn't just coming from inside the house. It's coming from inside her own trusted circle. Is someone Savannah worked with, someone she smiled at every morning, orchestrating this entire sick charade? Are they using an 84-year-old woman's life to settle an old, bitter corporate score? The FBI is reportedly executing a silent, armed raid as we speak. We are standing on the edge of the biggest television scandal in modern history, and the darkest, ugliest secrets are about to be dragged violently into the light. The countdown clock on the dark web is currently at exactly 2 hours. This entire case is unraveling faster than anyone could have ever predicted, and I need to know what you think right now. Drop into the comments immediately. Do you believe this is an inside job orchestrated by a jealous rival? Or is there an even darker, more sinister secret the network is desperately trying to hide? Hit that like button if you want the absolute truth exposed, and you must click subscribe and ring the bell right now. I am monitoring that dark web countdown clock live, and the exact second it hits 0, I will be dropping an emergency, uncensored update. Do not look away. Stay vigilant.